All right, so got some giblets, some chicken breast, some pork chop, and sardine. No salt added in the water. As you can hear in the back, puppy's ready to eat because she knows it's food time. So, cooking that, have some sweet potatoes cooking right now. I'm waiting for it to get a little tender before I can add in everything else. Yeah, so as long as make sure that the pieces are small enough so she can eat them without choking, easier for her, is actually pretty good. And then the sweet potatoes can steam a little earlier because it's still a little harder. And then we'll add that together and see how it goes from here. This is my first time doing it. I've been doing a lot of research online and watching a lot of videos, and I wanted to actually give this a try. She's eaten raw before with her kibbles. She's not completely raw yet. Still trying to adapt because she's still young, so I don't want to hit her system that hard that quick. So come back and put the meats galore into here, and we'll take it from there. Okay, so we're ready to add the meats into the potato. It's actually pretty tender. So first we'll add the giblets, and don't be afraid to use your hands, just wash them right afterwards. Yeah, they just settle to the bottom there. Then we go to the chicken breast. Then the pork chops. Alright, got the sardines. I like to add the water that's with it. It contains a lot of nutrients already. Tough with the one hand. A little messy. Alright. And no man left behind. And stir this up. You can see the meats are already forming. I changed the color because of the heat. And at the same time too, I'm breaking down the sardines. Yeah, she can really smell it. I'm going to leave this uncovered so some of the water can get evaporated. It's on medium right now. Could up it up a little bit. Well, actually it's not a little past medium, so put it on 7. I'll let it sit there for a few. Come back in about like 20 minutes or so. Yeah, about like 20 minutes we'll come back to see how everything is going. Alright, we're back. That's been a good amount of time, well over 20 minutes. It's been close to, about an hour. And as you can see, how tender sweet potatoes are, smushing. And this broth right here is actually I'm gonna put it in a separate container and wet her food with it. Have it because there's a lot of vitamins and essentials that's actually in here. That definitely would help her immune system with the chicken, the sardine. So I'm gonna separate the liquid and the food in separate bowls, and then mash them up, mash the food up. And stirring. Everything is actually cooked. Bring the heat down. Cover just a little bit. Bring the heat down a little bit more. And be right back. Nearly forgot the eggs. Shells added also. Ooh. One more. All right, I'm gonna go rinse off my hand. Okay, hands rinsed. Stir this up. Okay, let that sit for about like 5 minutes. Down. All right, end result. Got the broth separated and the food in here. And there was a step that I didn't show because I completely forgot, but I had some ground beef and some ground turkey that I had a couple of days ago in a bowl, and I added that to the stew while it was making. So I had to set up a little to the side. I had to set up the heater a little higher so I could cook the beef and the turkey, and this is the end result. See how it's mixed up together, and it's actually pretty good size for the chunks. That way she can eat it a lot easier. She's hungry right now. And keep in mind, I do mix this with her kibble. Me personally, I don't think that this is a perfectly balanced meal. It's not a full balanced meal. This is some vitamins that it's not in here that she can get from her actual food. So still want to mix this with her food, and then I have the broth in there to moisten the food a little up to give her some more hydration and some vitamins actually in here that she can intake from her food. So I won't do this every single feeding, but I will do this every day because she eats 3 to 4 times a day. But I won't do this every single feeding. Add this to her food. I'll do this every day. It's most likely the morning, and maybe once again in the evening, or once a day, or if I know I'm having a long day with her training, exercise, then I would actually do all her feedings, and I add some with her kibbles and some broth. But the broth is something I would do on a regular, just because there's a lot of antifungal, anti-inflammatory benefits in the broth that I want her to have in her system. Some probiotics in there that want her to, natural probiotics that I want her to have in her system. So that's that, and that's it.